Hello, I'm the Toycat, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Xbox Update Adventures Let's Play. This is a Let's Play where we're playing through the various updates that have come out for Minecraft on the console, building stuff, killing stuff, and of course, destroying stuff. And in this particular episode, actually, before I start anything, let me just start by saying I was just roaming around the survival world, having a fun time doing what I do on this world when I'm not recording, and suddenly I ran across this pink sheep, and it was just one of those big inspirations to start an episode, because I was like, this is one of those really cool rare events, because a pink sheep is a 1 in 600 spawn chance. It's like 0.17% chance of a sheep spawning as a pink sheep, which is so rare to find in the wild, but as soon as I found it, I was like, this is a perfect example of like one of those rare features I just don't care about, from that video last week, because like it's such a rare feature I want to do something with because it looks so cool and it's just like, wow, I got a rare thing. But what can I realistically do? I could shear the sheep, but then I'd have pink wool. Do I really need pink wool? Not really. So then I guess I could kill the sheep, but then I'd just get mutton. I mean, do I really need that too badly? And I'm going to get the pink wool anyway. I could lead him somewhere, but why wouldn't I just die a regular sheep? And it's just one of those things where it's like, I want to do something cool with the pink sheep, but I just can't. So instead, we're going to admire the pink sheep in its glory and its rareness and say, isn't that nice? Goodbye, pink sheep. Hope you have a great day from here on out. And I hope I have a great day too. Actually, I hope you have a great day. But more importantly, I hope I have a great day too. Because today, in this particular episode, we're going to be doing quite a few different things that I guess is a little bit different. Because this is a weird thing that I guess you don't really think about in most Minecraft worlds. But I have lots of resources all over the place. I have farms for pretty much every resource in some form or another. Sometimes they're small farms, sometimes they're big farms. But today, because I killed all the villagers, if you recall, the golems actually killed me for it. I killed all the villagers and got new ones in. And as a result of this, new villagers have really cool trades I want to make. Like carrots, I have so many carrots. I can make this trade so often. Potatoes, I have so many potatoes. I have so much wheat. It's just all on the other side of my world. And along the same, line of thought, I need a whole bunch of torches for this other project I'm working on over here, destroying the entire desert. So I need to get, a bunch of coal in here. I've already used so much coal, as you can probably work out. But yeah, I need to get a whole bunch of coal in here too, which means I need, I need to go to the other side of the world, take that here. But also, I've got stuff from here I need to take over to there, such as, I need glass where the Neverwart farm is. There's just so much stuff that I need all over the place. And I figured, let's make today's episode a little bit about just moving that stuff where it needs to be. In fact, let's just take the whole stack. So yeah, in today's episode, we're going to be kind of like a courier, a good courier, just taking things from one place to another, and I don't know, I guess there'll be more talking. So if you like talking in your Let's Plays, then you're in for a treat, and if you don't like talking in your Let's Plays, then, oh, wait, YouTube has this magical button. It's like the mute button, the volume button. If you just press it, like don't tap it left or right, just tap it or press it or click it, or if you're on a TV, like press the A button or whatever you have to do, and then suddenly it's like a Let's Play with no talking. There's got to be at least like 1 or 2 people that watch the Let's Plays that way, right? Like, because I remember back when I started YouTube in 2000, and like it was a long time ago now, but when I first saw Let's Plays, most Let's Plays didn't have commentary when I first started. Like, commentary was seen as this weird thing that was like almost going to alienate some people. And again, it's weird to see the trends change in as little as like, again, that was, I started YouTube 6 years ago. I only really got into the gaming scene as we know it, like, 7 years ago, sorry. And I got into the gaming scene as we know it today, like 4 years ago. And like so much has changed just in that time. It's kind of weird to me that like that's how things are. But anyway, that's not really what today's episode is about. Instead, it's going to be about a whole bunch of things, mostly from all of you and some comments you leave. Because, fun fact, the Let's Play comments are probably my favourite comments to read in this channel, because if you're subscribed to the Let's Play, or you've watched all the episodes, or both of the above, or you just enjoy it in general of stuff, generally speaking, it seems like they're the more constructive, like, useful comments. They're just like, yeah, it's okay, good job, I really liked your whatever you built today, or like, just a positive, because again, there's a certain type of positive comment that really makes you go, yeah, YouTube is great. And the particular ones are like, ones are like, oh, I did watch the video for this, and that, and I really liked this particular thing there. So, yeah, really like the Let's Play comments, and I read a lot of them, and every now and then, or like, this is a prevailing theme from people who either speak to me about it in real life, or just, or just say in a comment, they're just like, oh, Toycat, you talk about such random things, and that's something that does get me curious when people say like, oh yeah, so random, because if you saying something that's random, it sounds like a bad thing on the surface, right? Like, if I said that you were, if anyone calls you random, you assume it's a negative thing. But I really do think, on the subject of conversation, a random conversation is the only good type, because, to follow my train of thought here, basically, if you have a conversation that's not random, the only, predictable conversations are what I guess most people call small talk, right? Like, and no one considers small talk to be a great thing. No one's like, oh, you know what, I hate it when we talk about serious stuff. I just want to talk about small talk, like, you know, the weather. I want to talk about how you're doing today and get a yes every time. Because every single small talk question, so again, at least in my understanding, maybe I'm doing it wrong, or maybe I'm the only one exposing the real truth. But, you know, every single, like, again, small talk in big air quotes, because I don't know if that's what you want to call it, question, it has like a predetermined reply that you're meant to give almost. Like, oh, I'm actually slowly running out of coal, so that's a problem. In fact, wait, let's put some of this in the ender chest so we can take it that way, because we need to go to our farm now and take a bunch of stuff there. But yeah, basically every single small talk question has a predetermined reply, right? So if someone asks you how you're doing and you don't really know them, you're not going to say, oh yeah, today's not been so great, just I don't know, let's think something bad, you know, car crashed and now I've lost a limb or something. You're not going to say that. You're going to be like, oh yeah, going amazing today, Gary, how about yourself, or whatever that is. And in fact, you know, I've even experienced on the other side where, like, you know, someone will like go into all that detail and you're like, I was expecting a goods, and now I'm not sure where to go from here. And again, there's just a bunch of questions which are like, they're simulated conversation, but it's not real. And that's what I would call non-random conversation, right? Like, if you're having a conversation about the weather, that's non-random, but it's also non-interesting, at least in my opinion. Also, oh, do you like how this is going? This is one of those big projects I'm like midway through, I guess. But yeah, here we are at the carrots. We're going to harvest a bunch of those and continue what we're saying, because I don't know if I have a giant chest filled with them. And just in case you're not, it's fun to harvest carrots sometimes. Sometimes, anyway. But yeah, like I was saying, though. So, continuing on. So yeah, I think anything that's random, like, random conversations are, I guess, any real conversation. Like, I don't want to talk about the weather or how you're doing with a fake answer and a fake response. I'd love to talk about, oh, yeah, let's talk about, you know, what career you're going to do. Let's talk about video games. Let's talk about literally anything I feel can be more interesting. And that's where you get, like, the really interesting, deep, intriguing conversations, at least in my opinion. So, yeah, if anyone says, like, you talk about random things, a part of me gets insulted, and then a part of me goes, yeah, that's good, right? Like, I feel like, you know, non-conversation, it basically might as well not exist to me. And that's actually, for the longest time, like, it's actually roughly during the course of my YouTube, again, career seems like a weird thing to call it, but YouTube trajectory, you know, time I've been on YouTube, that I kind of discovered that, like, yeah, I used to think I just hated talking to people in general, but it really is just, like, I hate having most conversations with people. I like just skipping straight into the phase of, like, oh, yeah, so, you know, hey, my name is Andrew, or Toycat. You can call me for the record, but, hey, my name is Toycat. Oh, your name is, Steve. Oh, hey, Steve. I swear that's not on my... Oh! We can see below the crops. What an interesting little glitch. I guess there's nothing underneath there. Interesting. Sorry, I can get so distracted, which is the worst thing, by the way. But yeah, like I was saying, so we'll hold the ground here, because it's all ready to be hoed. But yeah, like I was saying, basically, you know, when you have a conversation like that, I'd love to just skip to, like, oh yeah, so what are your life plans? Oh, you want, like, you know, just go into some random super deep conversation, because I feel like they're the ones that actually make a real impact. Or maybe they're not, and maybe I just like goofing around and I don't understand real people conversations. But that's why when someone says, like, you talk about random things, I'm never really particularly offended. And I think, and if you say anything is random, I'd say, you know, random always seems like a bad thing, because, you know, if someone said, like, oh, you're going into the hospital and you're getting a random surgery, you'd be like, oh god, that sounds awful. But, like, random is good for a whole range of different things. Like, you know, okay, random music taste, for instance. I'd say the music I listen to is pretty random, but random really just means, like, it's got variety to it. Like, you could say what I eat is random, because right now... Oh, fun fact, during this Let's Play episode, I'm cooking a calzone. It's meant to be in the oven for about 20... I think it's like 22 minutes, and it's been, what, like 9 minutes right now? So, if at the end of the episode, I might, like, put it in the outro, like, did the calzone burn? Because there's a decent chance it does, because I always get carried away, because again, I just like to talk and roam, and that's what the Let's Plays are almost all about. So, yeah, continuing on though, because got very sidetracked and a sidetrack there. I think random anything is a good thing. I think random food is a good thing. I think besides, you know, there are certain things you need to be orderly, like, again, if you're gonna have, like, a health procedure, probably don't want the random option. If you're gonna, you know, like, there's a lot of things you want to have predetermined in your life, but conversation is great because it flows so naturally. You know, if I ask you, like, where you're from, and you're like, oh, I'm from, let's pick a random place, Zagreb. I think that's a real city in Yugoslavia, or in Croatia somewhere. And I'd be like, oh, so, something, you know, communism, and then you'd be like, ooh, well, actually, this, that. And, I know, I feel like that'd be more interesting if I go, oh, so where are you from? And you're like, Zagreb, and I'm like, I hear it's sunny there. And you'd be like, no. And I'd be like, how are you doing? Oh, good, yeah. Okay, well, now we're back on track. I'm just saying, I feel like small talk is lazy talk. And something. I think I've gone on this for too long. So let's move on to something else. By the way, because the carrots are pretty much done at this point. Let's move on to something else of real importance, which I guess, let's talk about calzone, shall we? Let's not move to something that you want me to talk, or that you'd expect me to talk about, or you want me to talk about. Let's talk about calzones instead, because the thing about calzones to me is that it's weird. Like it seems really weird that you always have to buy calzone as like a separate little order. And I feel like calzone is never what you actually expect from it, because calzone is basically folded up pizza, right? If you're curious as what I'm saying when I say calzone all these times, it's not like a weird place in Italy somewhere. It's I believe at least it's a folded pizza. So you take a pizza, which is a circle, if I'm not mistaken, you fold it in half, you get a semicircle that's got like double the filling, and it's delicious because again that's just how you make things work. But the thing is though, is you always have to buy calzone. Oh, I don't think I have enough carrots or potatoes. I was getting like 4 things, and I ended up with like not even a full stack of one. Well, actually, it is a full stack technically, but I did a bad job, is what I'm saying here. I did a very bad job. Let me try this again, shall I? So that's why I guess you shouldn't talk too much about, I guess, someone's. Maybe that's why people like low effort conversations, so you can still keep an eye on your carrot farm because everyone's mentally farming carrots all day. Is that the key lesson to take away from this? I'm not even sure anymore. I just want to grab all the potatoes I have. Oh, I've got 3, and then some baked and some poisonous. Poisonous potatoes, another rare event that you just like, oh, yeah, so excited about this. I'm going to make some poisonous potato stew. Oh, this is just so good. But yeah, like I was saying, so, calzones, calzones always confuse me because I feel like the best way to make a good calzone isn't to buy, like, a pre-bought one on a menu at a pizza place, or like, a pre-cooked one in a box, which is what I've got, by the way. Cooking it in the oven, it's like £2, which is really expensive. Well, it's really fancy by the standards of calzone I've seen, at least. But it tastes really good. It's got like a weird Italian name. I wouldn't be able to tell you it because, honestly, I hate things with like super foreign names, which sounds almost xenophobic. But I mean, like, in the context of like, if I'm an English speaker, which I am, I can't speak other languages as much as I really wish I could. Don't speak any other languages. Speak just the one. So when a word is like, it doesn't like pass properly in English. So like, again, like, yeah. Imagine that, but in some amount of words, it's just like, why would you do this to me? Oh look, another poisonous potato. Whoa, so exciting. Whoa, my mind's being blown right now. Except not really, right? Like, no one's... Okay, whatever, though. But the thing is like, the best way to make a calzone isn't to buy a calzone, it's to buy a pizza and then fold it in 2. But only very specific pizzas work that way. So, I feel like there's some master piece of advice I should give at the end of this, but I really don't know what it is besides, I don't know, find a good pizza and then enjoy it that way. Oh, by the way, so I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, but I saw someone who took the idea of the sugarcane farm and applied it to a wheat farm, and I really loved it. So I might generally end up doing that at some point, like 2 layers of wheat and then a thing, or like even if it's like 5 layers between each one, just because I really love the idea of turning this into like a mega wheat farm. So you might see that at some point in the future. Oh look, there's a skeleton being chased by wolves. Because I recently all of my sheep died. I think I mentioned it. I mentioned it maybe in the Biggest Regrets video. It's funny how often this has come up in my videos recently, right? But yeah, I mentioned it in the Biggest Regret video, I believe, and I was just like, every single time, wolves get in there, and I'm just like, well, it won't happen again, or like, I'll just like, oh, I just won't breed those again, and then eventually I start breeding sheep again, because you need wool to make a billion different things, and yeah, it's just one of those big regrets I just make over and over again, and at some point, I'm going to make that farm better. But yeah, all the wolves ate the sheep, which means the spawn limit now is just available for any mob to spawn. So I find pigs, cows, like, I've been eating meat, have you noticed? Isn't that crazy cool? Interesting fact, by the way, about the meat thing, like, for the longest time in this world, I generally had to be a vegetarian, as you guys would know if you've seen the episodes, because there was no way for me to reliably farm meat, like, and even then, I was being, like, a really bad vegetarian, I guess, like, only melon slices for the longest time, then I moved up to, like, only carrots, back when carrots were, like, okay, and yeah, basically, I've eaten bad food the entire time this Let's Play, and it's nice to finally be on, like, yeah, let's eat real people food, like steaks and pork chops, because if you don't know, steak and pork chops, they're kind of tied for being... They're not the best food, but they're the second or the third best food in the game, or something like that. And it always bummed me out that, like, I've been playing this world for 4 years now, and I just still didn't have access to, like, even the second best food. Like, I'd make golden carrots every now and then, but, you know, even then, they're not really worth it unless you have a whole bunch of gold. Which, speaking of which, actually, I'm going to work on that gold farm again. So, you know, there's so many things I want to work on soon. But I think the insane gold farm is something I need to go back to. In fact, let me know in the comments down below. Do you want me to go back to the insane gold farm? Because I kind of want to do, like, a whole, again, live stream episode thing on that again. Because people seem to like the last one. Maybe they'll like the next one. So, yeah, let's go past this elephant and, I don't know, let's... What went so wrong? Like, I tried so hard, and it looks almost like an elephant, but like, you know, should we fix this right now? Can we fix it right now? Okay, if we can get on top of this elephant somehow. I think we can if we just climb. Do I have dirt on me? I do have dirt on me. Okay, wait. Watch this. So if I just climb on top of this thing. Wait, first let's break the ears off. Let's do this again properly, shall we? Because again, it's so close to being correct. It's just I did the ears too far forwards, and I think even facing the wrong way. Yeah, let's try this again. So, place 2 dirt just over here. 1, 2. Stack up to here, up to here. Don't really know way onto the heads. We'll just do that. Let's make this little elephant great again, shall we? So, it definitely has to cover all the way along here. Or does it, actually? Yeah, we want forward-facing ears. But just... Okay, so let's try this. So... 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Is that the correct formation to make an elephant? I think it is. I think we made an elephant, guys. I think it looks proper now. I could be wrong. I really have no idea anymore. But I think we made an elephant good. Let me know if that is correct. And again, in creative, it's so easy. But for some reason, this tiniest little statue has been the biggest pain for me in survival. But yeah, that's done. The microphone still isn't properly done because I need a whole bunch of quartz, by the way. And I haven't reset my nether in a while, so I'm scared of doing it. So maybe we'll have a nether quartz mining episode. Maybe we'll do all of the above one episode. Maybe we'll just, like, you know, have a super schizophrenic episode where it's like, oh, we're going to spend 2 minutes working on the gold farm, 2 minutes draining out the desert, and doing that sort of stuff. That sounds like it'd be kind of fun to me. Yeah, no, staying on what I was actually talking about. Actually, you know, there was no point. This is a random episode. We don't need to be talking about anything in particular. Let's talk about, I don't know, shovels, shall we? And how they're, like, realistically, they're my favourite item, like, diamond shovels. Never going to forget how amazing this was when I first crafted one. But I think, realistically... No, actually, wait. I think they're the best because they use the least diamonds. So, you've got to think, when you have a diamond axe, it uses 3 diamonds, or 3 stone, or 3 iron, or 3 of something you probably care about, assuming you care about anything. If you don't care about anything, that's sad. That's a separate issue. But, yeah, basically, but the shovel only uses 1, and it's so useful for just being that little bit faster, whereas an axe really doesn't even help you that much at all. So, yeah, pickaxe is number 1 tool, shovel's number 2, sword gets number 3, and axe is just here for fun. Oh, actually, no, I think diamond hoes be the worst. I just do for real giggles right there. Okay, so, next up, we need to find... Oh, sugarcane's another thing that I probably should have brought over, but we didn't, so let's just not dwell on it too much. Okay, this is a fisherman who's offering me emeralds for my string, which is a useful one, and for my coal too. Okay, let's trade it. I've got a whole bunch of coal in me. So we just got 3 emeralds. That's nice. And yeah, today's episode is about pink sheep and emeralds, I guess. And rarity and randomness. And randomness is honestly usually a good thing in any aspects of life. Except, wait. Oh, so good. These trades are so good. Oh, yeah. See all the emeralds we just got in this episode? 18 of them. I don't know where the guy actually went. He seems to vanish. But still, we just managed to do that. And now if we wanted to, we can then start trading with, like, blacksmiths and, like, clerics. And we can get really good stuff for this. So that's 4 redstone for a piece of emerald. That's pretty bad. That's glass. That's an emerald. So, yeah, we need to look around the village. We need to find all the good... Oh! Bottle of enchanting. I really want these. At least I want at least 1 of these. Or 2 of these or whatever. To put, like, somewhere special and... maybe use, like, in the museum or something. There's lots of cool ideas I have for that. But anyway, now, look what I did this episode. I got some emeralds, and I got a bottle of enchanting. And here, this might be the very first bottle of enchanting you see in survival. Let's do it just to be special. So look at this. Boom. It just feels magical, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video. I know it was all over the place, but I guess that's how I would describe myself. And maybe it's how you describe yourself too. Because, honestly, I like orderly people. I don't like people who are literally crazy. But I think the best type of person, if I can put my own views into the world, is someone who is willing to talk about the big stuff. Because if you don't, no wait, let's make this motivational quote. If you don't stand for anything, then you'll fall for nothing. Wait, if you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. Yeah, the motivational one here put that in there and imagine that. So yeah, in between this episode and next, I'm going to be doing a lot of desert work, and then maybe next episode will be about the gold farm, maybe it'll be about the cactus farm again, or maybe it'll be about something we haven't even discovered yet. I'll let you know when we get there. But for now, my calzone needs to come out of the oven, like, right now, so goodbye.